episode, I just want to show you how a new ignition coil and replace spark plugs drives. So what I did is that I had my ignition coil worn out, and this is the ignition coil. Yeah, as you can see right there. This is the ignition coil, and yeah, it's made by Denso, and yeah, made in Japan. So, and this is the spark plug that is also worn out right there. Yeah, it's also made by Denso. Yeah, so actually, so we replaced the spark plugs with this one. And then with the new ignition coil, we replaced this with a Bremi. Bremi brand is made in Germany. So from a Denso ignition coil, which is made in by Toyota Japan, it is now I now have a Bremi, which is made in Germany. So, how do you know that the ignition coil and the spark plugs are toast or worn out? Well, first, when I step into the acceleration, what happens is that the engine chokes, right? So I hear a choking sound when I step on the engine. It's not smooth, so when you try to accelerate, it's like it's got this boom, 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 boom. It's kind of like that sound, and so that means that it's either yeah, they say it's first thing you got to check is the spark plugs, because that is the basic one, and then also experienced the burnt smell, like a burnt rubber smell, and so when I step on the acceleration, I got this choking sound on the engine, and then when I step out of the car, I smell this burning rubber. So that is why when I had this check, as you can see, those parts, and those are the culprit. The bad spark plugs will get your engine to choke, and acceleration is bad, and the engine will shake. Now with the bad ignition coil, it will cause the car to smell like burnt rubber when you step out of the car. So yeah, so ignition coil for the burnt rubber smell, and for the engine choking and acceleration and engine vibrating, it's also part of a symptoms of a bad spark plugs. So how does it drive now? See, I'm gonna accelerate right here. See, it's smooth now. There's no choking, and I noticed a increase in acceleration with this setup, with this new ignition coil and new spark plugs. Alright, so I'm gonna try again, speed things up. Alright, and yeah, looks good. So yeah, so this car is a Toyota Vios 2004 model. It's the first generation. What I like about the first generation compared to the old generation is that the newer generation, you get the parts still in Japan. So all the old parts that gets worn out, like like a rotor or a caliper, or I don't know, shocks absorbers. When you get to replace it, you find out that the old model, which which is Toyota Vios 2004, first generation. Still has the made in Japan parts, so which is good, because newer models, you know, like the second, third, fourth generation, even the 2019 Toyota Vios right now, you get the parts in Malaysia and Thailand right now because of cost cutting. Unlike before, there's no outsourcing yet, so they exclusively made these parts in Japan. Alright, so there you go. Symptoms of a bad ignition coil and spark plugs. Alright, now, so I'm gonna go now to a tunnel run. Now, we'll see now how it sounds like with the tunnel run. Now, tunnel run depends on the cars for me. So there you go. No more choking on the engine, no more vibrating. It's all smooth sailing now when you got new spark plugs and we find out which ignition coil is damaged. Alright, so for next time, this is Sam, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Click the bell for more notifications, and put some comments in. Alright, peace.